congratulations, you're the Eurovision 2021 champions. How does it feel?
We're so incredible. It's incredible. We want to thank really everyone.
Look at my pants. I think it describes really well how it's going.
You said rock and roll never dies. Why do you think that is?
Because rock and never dies. Yeah.
That's why. Yeah, exactly.
Huge word with this song means so much to us. It's really no words to describe it.
Do you have a message for your fans across Europe?
Thank you, and come to our gigs and listen to our music. And this is just the start of the journey we will have together.
Just the start. There's videos of the Italian commentators going completely berserk for winning the whole thing. So go Italy. And next we have the European Championship. So we're looking forward to that, and hopefully that will have the same outcome for us Italians. We have a very busy day here at Tea Time, so I will crack on and get with the big news stuff. Right, so as you know, last week we released Field of Glory 2 Medieval. We have been pretty busy fixing some stuff with Reconquista, the DLC. Mordante has been playing, I think, 24 hours a day for 7 days. We have a tournament open. So if you go on slitherine.com/tournaments, you will get to the tournaments page if you subscribe there. We are, I think, around 150 subscribed to the tournament so far, 140 so far. There's also a tournament, I will come to that in a moment, for Order of Battle that's open. Remember that we need to get to 300 to beat our all-time record, so help Francesco Mantuvec to beat that record, and he'll get a big award. So it's on you to make him happy. On Field of Glory, as I say, we have also an Order of Battle tournament. Why? Because Order of Battle is enjoying its, I think it's the last couple of hours of daily deal on Steam. So this is the landing page you get when you get on the daily deal landing page. I think Roberta can maybe put a link to this. We have huge discounts for the whole of the franchise going on, and it's a great moment to either fill your collection with what you just missed, or get into the game. Really, it's a great war game. Of course, it's a free-to-play base, but then you've got all the expansions and DLCs. So make sure you get, and you take advantage of the daily deal and complete either your bundles, your collections, or whatever you are missing. So this is for Order of Battle, the Order of Battle daily deal. Again, I think you've got another couple of hours because it's expiring at 7 p.m. today. 6 p.m. UK time on Steam, of course. That's on Steam. The other big news is that we have released today. We have released a new patch for War in the East 2. The new patch is, I mean, the changelog is pages long, so I won't go through the details of that. But there's basically this game is a live game, so it's always about changing stats and making sure that there's a lot of bug fixing going as well. But I'm just going through some of the stuff here. So new features and rule changes. We've got reduced the likelihood that ground elements type SP artillery and heavy SP artillery will become involved in direct fire ground combat. CV values on map for mountain units in mountain hex seasons. Key units in heavy snow now reflects their CV modifiers. We've got a long list of bug fix and AI improvements. We've got a huge list of little fixes in, and orders of battle. And, again, all the research, feedback getting from you and so on. This game is massive, so you don't have to present it to you, but this is the patch that's been released just now-ish, so make sure that you get it if you're into the game. And the guys are still busy working on fixes and such, and will be announcing more content for War in East 2 soon. But we're just still working on the main game right now. As I say on the message there, once we reach the followers plan goal, we'll add more games. I think the Slit Store, the next one is Field of Glory 2 Medieval, if we get another 75 subscribers, and we'll add 5 more back catalog games to the Slit Store when we get to 1,000 more followers. So make sure you follow the channel and don't leave us alone at tea time. We need you, your company. Gosh, guys, you're commenting on my suspenders. I swear I'm not gonna wear them next week. That's for sure. More stuff. Command Pro. All right, so this is kind of very serious things. Right, so Command Pro got a new version. We've released the 2.0 version of the professional edition of Command. This new version is huge. I just posted on LinkedIn just before we got into this into tea time. This is by far the most ambitious project we've ever released. It's an immense step up compared to what Command was when it released in 2015. But not only that, it's a huge step up in any way, in every way, compared to the previous version of Command Professional Edition. You see that, well, the main thing you see is probably that the UI has been upgraded to the UI of the civilian version. There's all sorts of different things now. You have offline map players, you have high-res terrain, you have you can run the game as non-admin. There's a lot of the professional clients who actually can't run it in connected environments, so they'll be able to detach from the world outside and do their own analysis on the game and run them locally. There's an energy-based boost cost missile model. This video, by the way, has been captured by Roberto, who is, of course, being Italian, he captures every single map or screenshot he captures feature Italy. The game is, the simulation is about the whole world, by the way, so you can see a little bit of globe, but still focusing on Italy. That's unfortunately one of our limits. It's a part of the promotion, a touristic promotion that we want to keep doing these days. The other thing is we've added to there's a new bathymetry layer. The 3D view that you're seeing here has been massively improved. There's the whole part that's involving machine learning AI is also massively improved. It's really a step up in terms of in every shape for Command. And really the idea we have with Command Pro is that this is really now the benchmark for professional simulation, analysis, training in operational warfare. If you look at very simple things like job adverts from defense companies these days, if they're looking for an analyst or a someone who's involved with wargaming, they will say within the requirements that you need to know what command is and how to use it. It is how much command has become a benchmark for anything concerning wargaming. It's huge, and it all started with a bunch of guys, with a bunch of guys who were fans of these types of games a long time ago. Now it's become a project that's immense, and the guys at the command development team have done an incredible job at taking every single possible step further into making this a simulation like nothing else. So congratulations to all of them. Releasing this is an incredible achievement. And if you're looking at jumping into command, follow some of the tutorials that Kushan and Balugan have put together over the years, because it looks very, very hard. But I've seen someone demonstrating it over time, and you can get into it pretty easily. It's just that step into being experts at it that's really hard to achieve. So this is for Command Professional Edition, and we're very, very, very proud of what the team's achieved so far. So thank you, guys, and yeah, looking forward to more and more in the future. Right, so on other things, that if you could put the release schedule, Bruno, please, we can have a look. Not much changed since last time we had Tea Time. Of course, we had the release of Reconquista, and the next big thing is a DLC for Gladius coming on in a week's time, really, June 3rd. We won't tell you what it is. You will know what it is when it releases. But you can start the speculations for that. This is the next release we have next week at tea time. I still won't tell you because this release is at 6 p.m. UK time next week, so you won't be. I will be hiding it from you until the very, very last minute. Pink Space Marines. I'd probably think no, but not because of us. I mean, we'd love to do Pink Space Marines, but of course, Games Workshop doesn't have Pink Space Marines, so we can't do Pink Space Marines. Boo boo. Starship Troopers release date, Loon Striker. We don't have a release date, but we're going into beta like now-ish. I think we're just a week away from beta for Starship Troopers. So this is coming along and definitely becoming a reality. You can already do it-ish. You can already do it-ish. Yeah, you can already do it, sure. Yeah, you could. Yeah, could you give some kind of use to the channel points? Right. For example, wallpapers. Right. You would like more different ways of using your points, right? You might think of that, Bruno. Wallpapers, soundtracks, stuff like that could be a good idea. So. Thanks for the suggestion. We'll think about that. Not something we forget about. Gladius lets you choose the color of your paint. Yeah, I know, Charles. Yeah, kind of, but the units are not pink. But anyway, can you tell us anything about new about Stargate? I won't tell you anything new about Stargate. What I can tell you is that Amazon has just bought MGM, and they were looking forward to see what it is like to work with them when the purchase got completed, and it's going to be exciting times. And also, Stargate for us is going to be a huge project. We are looking at 2022 release, and we're hopefully going to reveal more about the gameplay around this summer. I know it's just an official pink DLC, like the DLC, Panzer DLC. Yeah, right. So more stuff. You can see that the next one of the next big releases is Valorant Victory on the 17th of June. We've just released a video for Valorant Victory, which is a tutorial video. I wanted to, if we can, launch it so we can, take a peek of that video and see. It's a tutorial video. Explains that explains, it's a first one we release, and more are going to come in the near future. So, this first one I really wanted to show it to you guys, so you get into the game and you wishlist it and wait for it. It's just about to release in a month's time. So yeah, let's take a look at the video.
Just like the original board game, each turn in Valorant Victory is divided into specific phases. The game starts with the command phase, during which you will be able to combine and split your squads and exchange weapons. Split any of your squads into 2 half squads of the same type. The units you want to split need to be located in the same hex. Make sure that you have 1 leader and less than 4 units on that hex, or you won't be able to split them. Split your squad to send out a small section to draw the enemy fire, or create a panzer hunting team with the bazooka. You can also combine 2 half squads of the same type into a full squad. The units you want to merge need to be located in the same hex with the leader. Some full squads have more firepower than 2 half squads. During the command phase, you can have infantry units located in the same hex exchange or transfer support weapons. Just select the units to swap between and click on this button. You can give a heavy MG to the half squad to cover a sector while the rest of the squads prepare to move out. The second phase allows you to fire with any of your units. You can check which enemy targets are in your line of sight by selecting a unit and then clicking on this button. Simply select the units and then click on any enemy in line of sight to order your units to shoot. Then wait for the die roll to determine the combat outcome. The die will take into consideration your total firepower and any potential hindrance modifier. During the fire phase, you can order any unit with a gun or any armored fighting vehicle to fire smoke, if available, instead of performing a regular attack. Select the unit to fire with, click this button, and then click the hex in line of sight to place the smoke. Smoke doesn't affect movement, but it adds a hindrance modifier to any attack that traces its line of sight into or through the smoke hex. Firing smoke is an excellent way to provide your units with cover and protection before the upcoming move phase. All the units that fire won't be able to move in the move phase.
So June 17th for Valor and Victory. We were doing the localization chat today. So I think the game is releasing in various languages. We just added Chinese as well. There seems to be quite a decent community out there for these types of games. So you're going to see Chinese coming up soon on the product pages for Valorant Victory. Valorant Victory is releasing, as I said, on the 17th of June. We have our testing tournaments right now. There is a test tournament on the beta. I think you can follow that. There's all sorts of fixes being happening all the time. But game releases on Steam and on our sites as well. And we look at other platforms later on, depending on how the game performs and such. But yeah, looking forward to that. It's a it's a game that's been very well received with the core community. We are looking at starting a big franchise there. There's a lot of opportunities for expansions, new settings, new units, and so on. So you'll see that we're going to give you all the reasons to get into the main game, as many people as you can, so that you can enjoy the development of this game for the future. So make sure that you've got in your wish list, and if you would like to follow the page, do that. It's going to be a great game, and the guys at Yobo War Games are super passionate about it. They're gonna, they've got big plans for it. We're looking at long-term support for this new franchise. So will your army be persistent across the 20 Valorant victory scenarios? I don't think, Boyan. I think you select your units at each mission, but Robbie is in the chat who will be able to help you with that question. Excellent entry-level war game. Yeah, that's tactic. That's exactly what we're trying to do. There, it's not hard at all. It is a proper war game, so it's not like you're just moving things and shooting. But it's really kind of the type of game that you would probably suggest to enter the arena of wargaming if you are not a big expert. Of course, guys, you know that. What about Panzer Corps 2 Axis Operation 1942? When will it be released? We're working on it. Libertas et Veritas, very nice nickname. We're working on it. We have at the moment a plan for releasing it in the summer, but we'll announce later the exact date. But yes, we're definitely working on it, and more for Panzer Corps. And what was that Gladius entry for June 3rd? You won't know, Spacht. This is a surprise release, so we won't tell you what it is until it releases. Any more information regarding Flashpoint campaign's delay? Joe 1031. Well, other than it's been delayed and the team is working hard in, there has been a shift into some of the core mechanics in the game that pushed the game back, and then all sorts of issues with the team, and it's just not been a very lucky year for the team in a way, but everything's back on track, and we're working hard to deliver the game as soon as possible now. Yes, it releases on June 3rd. So next week on Thursday, you'll have a new DLC for Gladius, which is a surprise DLC, and it releases at 6 p.m. UK time. Is COVID still an issue, or has working on games become more easier now? Well, it depends. I mean, the Stargate team has been badly damaged by, in terms of, production-wise from COVID. A lot of our teams have been hit in small and big ways. Of course, it's slowing down everywhere now, so it's becoming less of a problem. But working from home plus COVID plus all sorts of different issues, from very trivial things like transferring files and sharing versions and all that kind of stuff, is definitely impacted development massively, and it has impacted massively for us, and we're kind of dealing with people who are used to work remotely. Imagine what it does for bigger companies and bigger development teams who are actually used to work in the same place. It's been a very, very challenging year. You'll see a lot of projects being moved to later, so you'll see a lot of projects being released now towards the end of this year, and 2022 is going to be super crowded with games. We are actually asking ourselves, what do we do if we have to release all these games? So it's not an easy issue to solve, because we'd like to release all these games now, but we'll have to just like juggle with release dates and make sure that we don't cannibalize ourselves and also enter competition too much with bigger or similar games. So as I said, we have Battle Sector also being released in July. The game is in pre-orders. So I think we have a new featurette we want to show, and then I'll be back here and we'll answer some more questions, and we'll tell about the upcoming streams.
Entombed within the cold, robotic shell of a dreadnought is not just one of the Emperor's finest who has paid the ultimate price. but also a deadly psyker, able to channel the dark and unearthly fury at the Immaterium. The Librarian Dreadnought is not only able to use the psychic abilities they commanded in life, but also deadly force weapons. Even the greatest foes can be slain by even a single wound from these specially attuned psychic weapons, making the Librarian Dreadnought an extremely deadly melee combatant. Joining them on the front line, where only the heaviest armor will do, is the Primaris Aggressor Squad. Not dissimilar to Astartes Terminators, these capable frontline units enjoy superior protection and firepower over their more traditionally equipped battle line brothers. In addition to their deadly Boltstorm gauntlets, they also enjoy the use of the dreaded Fragstorm grenade launcher. This shoulder-mounted weapon quickly puts an end to swarms of soft targets.
Arthur, it's not an easy problem to actually solve because I try to answer questions in the chat, and then when I answer questions, then the next question comes up. It's not an easy question problem to solve, but to solve that problem, the tea time is only half an hour long. So just join at 4, and hopefully you'll be following everything. But we'll try and make it clearer, what question we're answering at that moment. Is there any chance for an early access to Battle Sector? No, but be again, there is something coming which is kind of close to that. So follow us for that. Is Slitherine's market a zero-sum game, or does each game have its own market? Just wondering about releasing games at once. Depends, gamer. We tend to be very careful in not competing with ourselves. So, for instance, we're also very open to competition. So if we have a game that is releasing close to competition, we try to sort of phone them up and say, maybe we should wait, or you should wait, and so that games are a bit spaced out. So, for instance, to give an example, last year we released Panzer Corps 2 very close to Unity of Command. And we were on the phone to Tomislav, trying to figure out what was the best solution for that. And when we can, we do that because it's just better for the games themselves, and also, of course, it's easier for our own catalog. And sometimes it's just try to avoid competition, really. Try to say we won't release it around there because somebody else is releasing. Kushan, we've been missing you. You're 3 minutes from the end, but we still appreciate you coming and joining us. And I believe that there's the command life in the command team is pretty busy these days. Is Shadow Empire coming to GOG soon? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. When, Roberta, can you give us a release date for Shadow Empire on GOG? Not sure when. I think June 10th, June 15th. I like it when we can answer questions in a way that it's like in a proper way, without teasing further. So, right, so guys, list of streams coming up. Today, after this, we have Battle Sector. Exabu is going to play Battle Sector. After finishing, I suggest you watch his series on Unity of Command Barbarossa, because it's a great series. I think it's 4 streamed. I'm just promoting competition, but I stopped that. So after this Battle Sector for a couple of hours, then we have Fantasy General 2 with Sergeant Z-Dog and Panzer Corps 2 with Yok Dog at 8 p.m. Tomorrow we have Valorant Victory with Edmond at 6 p.m. That's cool. I'm going to watch that one. And Gamer with Warplan Pacific at 8 p.m. On Saturday, Kushan, you just came here to see if I was going to mention your Saturday. stream. It's at 6 p.m. and don't miss it because it's a tradition. It's like Christmas and Halloween, you know. But except it's weekly, so it's even better. Thanks for following us, guys. I will see you next week. We've got a full list of other things to show you, so make sure you join us on Thursday next week. And I swear I won't be wearing these, but I'll make sure there's a nice t-shirt instead. So thanks for following, and I'll see you next week. Bye.